Welcome back, Panther fans. I'm David Brown here with Ryan Graham.
Hey, y'all.
Tim Thurber.
Hello.
And this is State of Atlanta.
You got that remix going.
Yeah, a little I don't know what happened. I tried something new and it did not work out well. So
Double the fun.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Still better than
So
that, whatever that other thing was. Rapcore.
No,
metal,
that's my
metal
fave.
rap.
Metal rap.
I'm working on I listened to it again today. It's just so good. It's just really nice.
All that rapcore.
Metal rap. I call it metal rap. That's what it's listed as in my little thing is metal rap. So anyhow, we got a basketball game going on right now, guys. Have you been watching this first half of the game against Auburn?
Watched the first half. It was interesting. We had some bright spots, some really ugly spots, some missed dunks.
Wait, who are we playing?
Auburn,
number 2 in the nation. Auburn.
Just
Auburn. Never going to go well, right?
Just beat Ohio State this past weekend.
By 30 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
What's Norm
doing? It was a big win.
Norm's there. Norm is.
I would assume Norm is there.
Visiting.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah, he's there.
Hopefully, he's rocking the blue and well. Hell, our team's not even rocking the blue and white, so I don't know why he would be. Right?
What are we? We're wearing black.
We're wearing black.
Oh
yeah. Let's see if I can get this going on. Is this going to work here? Boom! Look at that. We can watch the game and talk about Georgia State at the same time until we get sued or everything pulled down and our account flagged for streaming games and stuff. But whatever. We're like, I think we were 35, 38 point dogs in this game or something like that, and we're down 12 in the beginning to start the second half. It's not that bad, honestly, but that's probably the most positivity you'll hear out of me tonight, unless this game does something different.
I was going to say, do you think it's better?
We're currently playing up to our competition.
For one, yeah, exactly. So, I mentioned, why are we wearing the black jerseys?
I don't know. They like them. That's why.
Yeah,
they're sharp jerseys.
Aren't the dark colors and solid colors usually what you wear away in basketball?
You wear probably the blue. Yeah.
But it'd be the blue, not black.
We're white at home, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Typically.
I think the black jerseys are sharp. I love them. I actually think it's a great use of that Panthers script, a logo. I think it's great. But when you're playing on the national, granted, this is SEC Network, it's not national stage. You're playing the number 2 team in the nation. You want your highlights to feature your school colors, right?
Well, wait. So this is on SEC Network?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was gonna say, well, it's just ESPN Plus, so like whatever. But if it's on SEC Network as well, then I will agree with you. Yeah, definitely.
There are some SEC Network games that get on ESPN Plus. I guess there's SEC Network Plus, which is not on ESPN Plus. There's
I've noticed there's two. It's weird.
There's more special characters than a plus sign. I don't know why every single network's got to use a plus sign. We have ampersands and carrots and asterisks. I'm going to start. We need to have SOA asterisk. So I don't know what you get for that, but
do we get this because we have ESPN Plus?
I have ESPN Plus.
Could you just have SEC whatever and get it still?
I don't know if you can just have SEC Network. I don't know if that's a thing.
It's listed on ESPN's site as being an SEC Network game.
I've noticed some SEC Network stuff shows up. I don't know why.
But on ESPN's site itself, like the SEC little network logo or where it said SEC Network, there was no link to that. Go watch the games. That's why I assumed that I didn't get it through ESPN Plus, and I just went to go look, and I was like, it was the first thing that popped up. Yeah.
I don't know what the reasoning is, or how you could figure that out, or how you could plan your life around that. Like if you just really wanted to watch this game and you had no idea that you had access to it, I don't know how you would find out before the game.
Well, I guess that's part of what the network's trying to do is trying to create that sports package where it's like was it ESPN and Fox and CBS are all like teaming up to create a new sports package that's going to it's just streaming sports, but it gives you all those networks games together. But another $50 a month on top of everything else you're paying for. So we complained about paying $85 a month for cable, and so they broke everything up into individual things, and now we're paying like $5,000 a month. yeah, to get everything.
Well, to be fair, a lot of people were buying the cable because they wanted the sports stuff. So, like, if you're
Yeah.
taking the price down $30-$40 a month, and you just get the sports stuff that you wanted in the first place, that's good. The problem is if you want anything else, you're going to get right back up to that 80 pretty fast.
Well, and it's the whole problem was that from the beginning was like you're paying for this crap and like I don't need all the 1,500 shopping networks or the Hallmark
Right.
channels and crap like that. Like I want the local channels. I want ESPN and anything that's going to have a sports game on it. And I don't know, like AMC, give me some old movies or some crap like that. Like that's all I really want, you know?
I just want to pick my
Discovery
channels.
Channel.
Like, yeah, I'm only watching like 10 channels in this whole package. So, like, just give me those channels and let me pay
They do
less.
a clever job about splitting it up. Like, yeah, the guy that wants to get this channel will also want this channel. So we're going to put them in separate bundles. So you had to get both bundles to be able to get the package, and you get 50 other channels you don't want.
The cable contracts were just like so screwed up, and I don't really know how they got there because it really does feel very much like, why didn't we just say these are the ones we want, and then you just give them a kickback when people pick your channel, and then you get better channels out of it too, because like the people who suck at TV won't stay.
Yeah, but they can toss those crap channels in there, and those crap channels still get sponsors for some reason. So it's just like extra money. They force you to get it, and yeah. But if I could just pick the channels I want, that'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, the streaming services are definitely getting super close to what cable was. Ouch, that hurt.
Yeah,
because like YouTube TV, which is what I use, went up like 14%. It's $83, or will be $83 soon. But you're approaching
when it
Comcast
started,
territory.
When YouTube TV first started, what was like 7 years ago or something like that, it was $35 a month, and now
it was awesome. I had it for a long time.
It was the best.
It's almost triple what it was when it started, and they were supposed to be the low cost or that Google thing, that low cost alternative to beat out what Comcast and Time Warner and whoever DirecTV and Dish were all offering, and now they're right up there, and it's absurdly ridiculously priced. That said, I did use the free trial of YouTube TV, and it's by far the best streaming service I ever used. It was fantastic.
I had it for a long time, and I really liked it. I don't know why they went into this model, though, where they're going to drop, 10 new channels that you'll never watch, and we're going to charge you $20 more per month. And I'm like, I don't no, I quit. Like, go away.
Yeah.
I don't want you anymore, and I'm not going to, reward this behavior because this was the problem.
I was using Fubo TV for a while, and I liked that one. It was a pretty good low cost alternative, and it was actually probably right up there with YouTube TV as far as the interface goes and the way it all worked. I really enjoyed it a lot. And then out of nowhere, they upped it by $15 a month because they got the Bally's sports package, which was great because it had Braves games.
The Braves,
but there was no opt out. There was like, we're raising the price by $15. All you're getting is Bally's, and there's no way to get out of it. And I'm like, I even though it had Braves games in it, I still canceled it because I was like, out of principle, don't just raise my price for $15.
Right. I didn't ask for that package.
Exactly. So, I have my other ways of watching Braves games. So,
I just don't understand why they like fall immediately back into that model. They're like, this is why people are leaving cable.
Yeah.
What's up, Tim?
Yeah.
They all get fat, and they're like, oh shit, we got to pay for it. We're going to charge everyone to pay for our fatness with all our channels.
Well, it is kind of a good thing about being in the Sun Belt for Georgia State because I pay that $5 a month. Or actually, I have like the Hulu, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus package or whatever. But by being this lowly, crappy ass conference that we're in, almost every one of our games is available on ESPN Plus, and it's a decent feed for the most part. Even though some of the commentators you get are the dumb car salesman from Monroe, Louisiana, and everything, but
the problem with ours is we don't ever get our homers because we're always at the game.
Right.
Yeah, but if we were watching ESPN Plus for our home game, we'd get homers for us too. So
I have no intention of leaving Atlanta, but I do think we've talked about it from time to time. I mean, nothing serious, but I'm like, I do fantasize about if we ever were to leave Atlanta, how great it would be to be able to like sit at home on a Sunday watching the Falcons, or Saturdays watching Georgia State, and be able to just enjoy watching it at home versus like being compelled and obligated to go to all these games and everything, and get to listen to Dave all the time for every game. It'd be great.
Nice. Time to move.
Right. I don't know. We had a. It was raining in the studios of Atlanta. Studios of State of Atlanta.
It was raining
Thursday.
No,
oh man, dude,
it's not raining anything you want.
No, yeah, it was there was a toilet overflow upstairs, and we came downstairs, and the bad part was we were getting ready to paint the girls' bedroom, and so all of their toys and all of their books had been moved into the basement to the exact area where it was draining down. So yeah, that's one way to get rid of it. One way to downsize, right?
Like, sorry, kids, gotta get rid of these now.
Sorry, kids, you can't read. Sucks to be you.
Oh,
Carter couldn't read to begin with. She's not the bright one, so she's getting there. She's getting there. All right. Anyhow, we've been way off topic.
What about
on this.
the game we're watching right now? Like, what do you think about the first half play? You didn't really comment.
First half, I was actually pretty impressed with us. You know, even the announcers are kind of like, man, this Georgia State team's kind of coming out hot and fast and heavy, and you know, we got down quickly, but still kept it within 10 points for the majority of the first half. Now we're down 18 points right now. So keep it. Hey, we're beating the spread right now. You know, we're beating that spread.
Look, that's all that matters, right? Just beat the spread.
Yeah, it does suck. We're playing against a former Panther player right there. You know,
who's in there?
And Hudson.
It does feel bad. Hudson,
yeah, and he's getting some minutes. He's playing. I want to say it's like 38 or 38.5 or something. It was ridiculous. It was a ridiculous point spread.
Is it though? I mean, we're not that good at shooting.
We're not good at basketball.
I don't know if you saw it, but we had a nice fast break in the first half, and we went down to dunk it and just whiffed. And I was like, "Yep, we're losing. Like, there's no way we're gonna win."
We had one of those Coach Lanier easy layup misses, and then we got our own rebound like 3 times, and we couldn't get it in. It goes back down the court. We somehow get the ball back without Auburn scoring. Go back up, and I forget who it was. Goes up and does that like that showboat slam dunk, knees above his elbows, whatever.
Oh yeah,
and he missed it. The ball bounced out.
So pretty.
He's sitting there hanging. He looks like a Michael Jordan poster right there. And yeah, the ball just bounced right off the rim and didn't get it. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
Auburn's pressing us too. They don't want to make us make a lot of unforced errors. Their full court press is intense. We're doing this cool throw it off the back of another player to inbound it because we can't inbound the ball thing, which I think is genius and also sad at the same time.
That was one of the cool things during the Coach Hunter regime is like, you know, we got so many 5-second penalties from teams unable to inbound the ball against us. And now we're that team that can't inbound. And I remember, you know, with Coach Hunter, teams like they were down, so they needed every second possible to catch up. So they'd do that whole roll the ball inbound and you pick it up right there at half court, whatever. And I'm like, haha, you guys suck. You guys can't even like whatever. And now we're doing that kind of crap because we suck. Like I'm literally, it's like I'm watching the other side of the mirror from Alice in Wonderland or something like that. It's like roles have changed.
Can we go back through to get back to the where we were? Is that an
option?
Can
we get a way back machine? Yeah. Well. There's no way Hunter's ever coming back here while we have Charlie Cobb in the office. So
I hear there's some tension, some animosity, some love, some hate.
Well, I mean, I don't think Coach Hunter would come back here anyways. I don't know. No. Do you think so? So let's say Cobb moves on. You know, everyone keep their pants dry. Let's say Cobb moves on, not in life, just to another job, and we got an AD that would court Coach Hunter to come back. You know, his wife, I don't know if she still lives here, but she has a place here because of the grandkid and stuff like that.
Right.
Do you think could you see Coach Hunter like all right, I'll do my twilight job, my final gig back in Atlanta, coach for 4 or 5 more years and come back here, or he's done? Tulane's
no, but you have a chance. You'd have to probably pay him at least a little bit more than he's making now. Probably give him carte blanche, do whatever you want type.
He's probably making over $1 million a year now, right? Probably Tulane.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing better than them.
We're definitely. Yeah. Well, we could. Why not?
I don't know. We don't have any money.
Well, I don't know. You always hear that Georgia State's got more money than God, but we can't pay for a damn shovel to dig a hole in the middle of the green lot for baseball.
We got a couple days left.
I hear spring, so it's we got a couple days left.
We're pushing it now. We're pushing it back. All right. How many seasons are there in a year?
So it's unofficially officially delayed.
It's spring. Is what I heard from somebody within athletics. So I don't think they're going to be breaking ground in the next few days.
So
I have a visual.
Quiet, unofficial delay is what we got. Quiet.
I have a visual for the way they announced the groundbreaking ceremony. Is like you see a baseball player like kind of like it's like from the leg level, like the knees down, like coming out of the dugout, and he picks up what looks like a bat, and he starts kicking his cleats to knock the mud and dirt off. But you realize that's not a bat; that's a pickaxe. And he walks up to a plate, but it's that faux plate in the middle of the green light right there, and the camera zooms out. Instead of like holding up the bat or the pickaxe to swing the ball at a ball, just crushes it right in the middle of the green light, and bam, it explodes into the rendering of what the stadium will look like when it's fully completed.
You sound like a Clit fan.
A fan of what?
A Clit fan.
Yeah, I can see that too. Charlotte, the 49ers.
CLT.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of something you said, but yeah.
It's what I mean. They're CLT. It's Clit, right? That's how you would pronounce that.
It took me very long to figure out that you were talking about how they have that miner's pickaxe in the middle of their logo.
Yeah.
I knew it
right in the middle of the Clit.
I was really trying to figure out how those two things were connected. I'm like, does Charlotte do really awesome videos that I think of all the time?
Charlotte do Clit? Yeah, all the time.
It's a really weird like embrace, like because that's the airport code CLT.
It is. Yeah,
it's just a really weird. Like they should like get like who was it the band like Mambo number 5 the cha 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 now because they do CHA 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 cha. Like that'd be a lot better.
Would make some sense in there just because like it's not a k sound, it's a ch sound. So
I mean, whoever did their marketing rebrand, kudos. You've just.
I mean, we've talked about it now for what 5 to 8 minutes. So.
Yeah, well, a lot of that was an endless. Jokes.
A lot of that was me trying to figure out if you were trying to like get into last call business or something like that. So
you could do that too.
That. Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to keep a straight face for YouTube so I can be like, no, it's CLT.
CLT.
Well, say that? Colt.
Oh, I guess.
Colt.
Yeah, you could.
Colt.
Like a Colt 45 or like a cult, like a religious cult or something.
Yeah, like the Kardashians or Koresh. Sorry, David Koresh, not Kardashian. David.
Yeah, but
David
with the pickaxe, it's sort of like that is like kind of the eye, and it's like so it's Clit.
It's a horrible logo. It's a horrible design.
It's really not good. It's no part of the Charlotte branding was good.
They rebranded since we've had the podcast, and I remember when they first rebranded, we talked about how horrible of a logo that was.
We talked about Clit a lot.
It kind of looks like a what is that birth control device IUD? Kind of the pickaxe kind of looks like an IUD that kind of goes right up there.
Jesus,
it covers all the bases.
It's got a pretty sharp point on it or two.
Boy.
Well, yeah. So
hey, they played pretty well.
Look at that dunk! He missed it.
They played pretty good. They had a really good breakaway and dunk.
Oh, come on. I'm only watching us. I don't care about them.
No.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty right there.
Not Auburn. Clit.
The Charlotte game. The Charlotte game. Getting back.
Yeah, I was trying to get us into.
Do we have to talk about that game?
That game was an absolute embarrassment. I have never been more on fire middle of the season than I was after that game. That was
we're supposed to win, right?
Yeah, I've definitely just disregard that whole stupid ESPN playoff prediction, or not playoff, but their projection thing. That thing's
always
just garbage.
Charlotte. We should always beat Charlotte in everything.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, in everything, both in college and professional sports. Like Atlanta is the better market. Atlanta is the better everything. Georgia State, Atlanta team should always beat anything that plays in Charlotte. That's it's no contest.
Yeah, and in the entire Louisiana.
And we remind me if I'm wrong, but we never looked good in that game, right? We never really they kind of got a lead and just kind of it him-hawed around for a little bit, and then we what was it 66 to 77, 60 to
77 to 63.
Yeah, we were never really in it, but we did.
Embarrassment.
We did kind of get better and better as the game went. Like we really sucked the worst at the beginning of the game. It felt like to me. I don't know.
Do you know how far off track I am right now? I actually had up last week's notes to talk about. I didn't even have this week's notes pulled up.
What happened last week?
I know, but I'm like, why did I put Kennesaw State up there? That's crazy.
Oh, I mean, in the first half, it was. I mean, we weren't terrible, but we're only down by a couple points at half. I mean, I wasn't really feeling that bad, but man, the second we got into the second half, they just kind of took off a little bit, and then they just kept that lead the entire time.
Well, I left in the second half. I had to get home to family obligations, so I guess it was my fault. But they're dumb.
Yeah.
So like I said, like I am pretty firmly in fire haze mode right now. I think that's where mid-season, but the only reason why I would not do it right now is, like we said last week, the only thing that matters in this conference, in this crap hole of a conference we're in, is conference play. And we're about to go on a 5-game homestand against conference opponents. Actually, 6-game homestand, but for some reason we have Mercer in the middle of that Troy's away. At Troy, then host Mercer and host 4 conference games. I say wait until that homestand's over. If we don't win 3 out of the 5, I say he's gone.
Do you think we were just holding back for this home slate?
No,
we're just like letting them hang out.
We're sandbagging till.
I don't think that at all. I think that you just can't judge. Considering the potential of this team is based solely on how they perform in conference play, that we should at least get into the conference schedule before we make a mid-season decision on the coach. So, like, let's see what happens. We have 5 games. 4 of the 5 are home. 4 are home, like, in a row. Let's get through those. But if we, on January 11th, after we're hosting Coastal, if we have not won 3 out of those 5 conference games, I say just let him go right there in the middle of it. Just go in and like, I don't know who you pull in. Do you pull in his brother? Do you pull in Jarvis?
No,
that'd be really awkward. I mean, could you think of anything more awkward? Oh, hey, you're fired, but hey, your brother, come over here, twin. Come over here.
You're identical twin brother.
I do think like a legitimate case could be made, like given what you said, with like the only thing that matters is the conference schedule, and saying like, okay, we're going to treat the out of conference like exhibition games. We're going to practice basically. I don't think they're doing that though. Like that doesn't strike me as like what's been happening. It just sort of seems like we're not that good at shooting, and other teams are a lot better at that than we are.
Well, and it's not even that. It's not.
And we're not very good at stopping them.
we're lousy at shooting, but we're playing garbage defense as well.
Yeah,
and you don't have like that team play like we saw under Hunter and even under Lanier. Like the guys were all on the same page. Like they knew when they were, bringing the ball down court, they knew exactly what was going to happen, and they would go and they would execute it. And it would happen. This you got guys, and they look like they're frantic. They've got no idea. They want to do it themselves. They don't want to pass the ball, but they are forced to, and they have no clue what's going on. They give up easy steals. So they're just they're quality, talented players, obviously, but they're not being coached well. They're not being coached as a team.
Hey,
they just don't seem to know what to do on offense. Like I get this feeling. You watched Odom from years past, and we all had our feelings about him. But this season so far, I'm kind of disappointed with Tenari Lane. Like he's just not playing as well as I thought he should be. He's not making like shots as well as he should be for one of our top guards. Nutter and Edwards are surprisingly good.
Yeah.
But Lane's the guy you need to step up and kind of. There's no one that's like the floor general on this team. None of them.
It's been the exact same thing every single season under Coach Hayes. You got somebody there, and you don't have that guy to really direct them and tell the guys to be that floor general.
Yeah.
Whether they're the point guard or not. my boy, Sosami. He wasn't he wasn't the guy that was going to be like direct, really calling the plays or whatever. But he was that team guy that would always like something happened. He would bring them all in. Like the guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get this. We're going to make this happen. And he got the team operating on the same page. And we just don't have that kind of team chemistry. It seems like to me, at least, my uneducated
I thought Odom did that under Hayes. I feel like he had that role. He was the last person we saw with that role, though. So
he had that role, but I don't think he executed very well. And then obviously he had his own shooting problems.
Yeah, and he would tend to just like put the team on his shoulders and try, even though he wasn't 100% capable of doing it. And it was admirable, but like maybe if he was a little bit more of a general, like it would have been better, right? Yeah, like if he raised up those around him instead, that might have been better.
Yeah, I mean, Lane is supposed to be the guy this year. He's the Odom replacement. It's just he's not getting it done from like an energy perspective or from a floor general perspective. You got Peters. He's energetic. He's got the right stuff. He's getting the team into the game. He's also a little bit aggressive and kind of out of control at times.
I like it. I like aggressive.
I mean, like he's like chaos. I like.
Yeah, I don't. Obviously, when you get some like some ticky tack calls from the refs, that sucks. But like, I like a physical guy up there that has no problem getting a foul in that first play of the game. Like, just go out there and establish your dominance and everything. But then when you get 3 fouls in the first half, it starts getting a little like, all right, well, we kind of save a little bit for the end of the game, buddy. All right. It's not going to be an easy slate. Looking at that home schedule, that conference schedule we have, because there's a Troy this Saturday heading down there. They're 6-4 and they're out of conference right now. South Alabama is 7-4, second in conference right now. Lafayette, surprisingly enough, is the garbage team. They're last place in conference right now. Well, they have 2 wins. They're 2-9. So like that maybe that's the break point. I said get through the entire conference slate. Maybe we see what happens in that Lafayette game. If we can't beat Lafayette on January 4th, fire Coach Hayes. That's my breaking point right there. Should we get Jerry on? Should we get Jerry on for that week's episode?
Sure. Why not? We can have some talk about some good food at least. But yeah,
and then Trash Down South, who are 6-5 right now. Trash Down South on January 8th on a Wednesday night, 8:30 game, 8:30 on a Wednesday.
That's
yay.
Here or there?
Is it on TV?
It's here. It's here.
Is it on TV or something? Or what?
I do not know about that. I don't know. I do not know about that. Yeah, cool. I'd be shocked if it was on TV. That sounds like a dumb idea. But I mean, I'd like for it to be on TV. It'd be great.
I mean, I guess if you look at the last 2 years of Georgia State basketball, I feel like this year feels like a repeat of the first year. So far, less than last year. I mean, it's still not a great year so far. 10 games in, you should see some kind of consistency with the team. We're just not seeing any of it. We do see a lot of like second half leads that are being blown.
Right.
But it just feels like the first year team too close.
Well, I mean, we talked about it last week. We've had Coach Hayes has put together a brand new squad every single year that he's been here. So it's like having a team that has never gelled or got any rust and stuff. Also,
but other coaches do that, and they have a good team.
Yeah.
So,
also, if that's going to be the norm, then we need to find a coach that can deal with it. And if he can't deal with that, then that's not going to work for our school. We need to find a coach that can have a new team every year and still do pretty good.
We have to have one sport we look forward to, no matter what.
That's what Calipari did at Kentucky before the portal and NIL and everything. Calipari was getting in, 5 freshmen every single year and winning championships, or making deep runs and everything.
It was before the portal, but they only require like a year before the NBA will take them, right? So they were just coming in for 1 year and then going to the NBA.
Yeah, exactly.
It was always fun to watch them lose, though. Like all that talent, and they still couldn't win it all.
Well, he went to Arkansas. Didn't Calipari go to Arkansas? No, he's a Razorback.
I don't know where he went.
Is he there? I don't know. Yeah,
I think he went to Arkansas.
Start losing too much, man. Can't do that.
But I think he was in some
Kentucky.
trouble.
Ooh.
I think he got some trouble in Kentucky. I would be, dude. You put me in a state that's known for bourbon. Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble every single day there. That's just
You'd
a
just be
bad
drunk
recipe.
though. Like you would just be belligerent there, you know?
just slightly more aggressive than I am now.
That's like the most innocent, you know, David trouble that there can be is just like drunk in the corner off whiskey or whatever.
My thing is I'm a pretty social guy to begin with, and I become the drunker I get, the more social. I've like found myself like at bars, just like sitting down with random people and be like, "Hey, can I sit here?" And like almost always it's a no, but those times it's a yes. I have a great time until I forget what happened.
Yeah. Cool story.
Right?
I can't even imagine you in Kentucky.
Oh no,
Living
it'd be
there.
dangerous. It'd be so dangerous. It'd be so dangerous.
But
I'd
like,
have
honest
more
to
sympathy
God,
for most
they
people.
sell just as much whiskey as the rest of us. They ship a lot of it out.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's not
But
more
it was
available there.
It just
like
feels like it.
like the Bluebell ice cream commercials. Like, you know, like we eat what we can and we sell the rest. The same that'd be like me with it. If I ever owned a bourbon distillery, like I drink what I can and I sell the rest.
And you go out of business.
Excessive taste testing.
Who's the big alcoholic golf pro?
Nicholas? No.
Was it Nicholas? He's always in all the little meme pictures. He's always the guy with the wild colored pants, and he's an old dude now, white hair. Yeah. The only thing that's coming to my head is David Duke, and I know that's not him. Like that's like the KKK
that's a different guy.
But it sounded like that. But anyway, I saw a podcast with him and Kid Rock, and so his doctor said he had to stop drinking, so he switched from brown liquor to vodka. that's like stopping
Clear.
drinking.
Yeah,
clear. It's all good now. It's cleaner alcohol.
That's what is what Diet Coke and vodka is.
I already drink vodka.
Skinny bitch, right?
What's that?
Skinny
never
bitch,
mind. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what people call it, a skinny bitch.
Yeah,
they had the skinny liquor, like the skinny margaritas and skinny daiquiris and whatever with the skinny vodka.
Diet Coke and then clear liquor in general is like kind of probably the lowest caloric intake you can have for like hard liquor.
I've heard that if you're going to mix your liquor with soda, you should mix it with the sugar version of the soda, not the sugar free, because the sugar helps metabolize. This is all BS. I have no idea. This is what I heard. The sugar helps metabolize the alcohol, and so you can kind of I don't know if you get drunk faster or if you have a worse hangover because you can't metabolize the alcohol or something like that. But if you're a Diet Coke drinker and you want to do like a Jack and Coke, do a Jack and Coke. Don't do a Jack and Diet. It's better for you. I mean, you're already drinking booze.
That's sort of thing. It's like, I mean, you're gonna drink heavily, like you're already doing something unhealthy. Let's not pretend, you know.
I mean, if you're gonna drink poison, who cares?
Right? Have what you like,
exactly.
You know?
I mean, at least put some sprinkles on it or something like that, you know. This has been the weirdest episode we've had in a while.
Well,
do we have any other Georgia State news to talk about?
So we lost to Charlotte. That sucked. We're playing at Auburn. That's sucking. We got Troy on Saturday. That will suck. The net rankings are out. We're not the worst team in conference on the net rankings. We're only the 5th worst. So that's nice.
It doesn't totally suck.
That's positive. I like it. We're going somewhere.
We can make fun of Marshall. You want to make fun of Marshall?
I don't know.
We did on last call. It could get pretty intense.
Oh, really? Where's my cursor? I can't even find my mouse. There we go. Where are we at?
How are we doing? We're down by 20.
I was trying to see how far along we were in the episode. No, the 20. This 8 minutes of this game will probably take 45 minutes or whatever. But
yeah.
Oh, here's something. Georgia State. TJ Stanley, a quarterback recruit, local kid from I think Lions High School, played at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium today in the state championship, and I think they won. And apparently he's coming here. He enrolls on the 10th of January, 10th, 11th, something like that, whatever it is.
Nice.
And apparently he had a little Panther head sticker on his helmet at the game today, and was exuding some confidence after his scores and touchdowns and everything. So Yeah,
Nice.
that's good.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's I think we kind of fall in a rut knowing like the fan base is so small and everything. So when you see a player that's actually excited about coming to Georgia State and kind of repping it before they're even there, it feels good.
I'm
It feels
excited
good to
about
see
that.
somebody excited to be here. You know.
I hope he's our quarterback.
I mean, for all I know, every single high school kid in the state championship has the sticker of the school they're going to. For all I know, I have no clue.
We're the only team that matters in that whole equation.
We're the only one that matters. Everybody else likes that.
Well, and I will say, like, there's not a ton of bright spots right now, but I do feel like, Coach McGee, despite the pretty terrible season, like, is one of the bright spots for us. Like, we've been pretty happy about what we've seen him doing around the program, and like his ability to recruit has been pretty good. And like, yeah, we had some bad season, but we've seen a bad season and come back and not have a bad one. So like, we know we can just give him one. And I don't know, I still feel good about McGee.
I still feel good about him.
He's keeping Hurst. I don't know. I mean, shit. You keep him.
Retaining the players was crazy. I don't.
All the props. I don't know how you did it. Congratulations. Like,
I do not know what he's promising them, what kind of deal he's signed with the devil or the NIL has signed with the devil, but I don't care. Just give me
there's no way Magic City was not involved.
Absolutely.
the wing room is on.
We talked about it before. We should really seek out Magic City as a sponsor of Georgia State.
Like, he might love that as much as we do.
He might.
I feel like the two go hand in hand.
Yeah,
they're not far away. They're not far away from campus either, right?
We might need to do our podcast there.
They're almost right on campus. To tell you the truth.
Yeah,
I mean, they're like in between campus and the Atlanta
and Mercedes-Benz. And Mercedes-Benz, right?
In the Atlanta jail. But yeah,
it's a pretty good location. Yeah, if we're required to go on location at Magic City just to get Georgia State, to the next level, I guess I'll have to just I have to do that. I'll take one for the team.
I've never been, but if I went and I have a problem with chicken wings at a strip club. Like I actually am like,
just wash your hands, man. That's it.
Well, I'm not.
Is it chicken wings specifically at a strip club, or is it just like any food at a strip club you have an issue with?
Finger food, I think. In general, like something that I have to like lick my fingers when I'm done. It feels a little like maybe something that shouldn't be eaten at a strip club. But you know what? Like everything I've heard about Magic City chicken wings, I would have to get some.
I know. I want some so bad.
They're supposed to be like some of the best in Atlanta, right?
You can Uber Eats.
Dude, I want to sign up to be a DoorDash driver and just like turn down every ride or every order that's not Magic City. Just sit there and decline. Magic City? Yep, I'm in. I'll go pick up that order. That's gonna be the best job ever.
Nelson would like to know, how do we give up a fast break dunk on a missed free throw?
Well,
because we can, Nelson. That's why.
It's the state way, man. Come on.
Where did you see that? I
don't. It was in our group chat.
Oh, okay. All right. It's not live. All right.
Yeah. It's not live. We heard some.
That's Auburn guy.
I mean, they're better than us. I mean,
they're number two team in the nation.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's not even embarrassing that they're better than us, right? They're supposed to be outplaying us by quite a bit.
Right. Oh, what the hell happened there?
This is we got money coming in.
Peters, yeah, Peters with the elbow.
Peters and Nutter, come on! What a great pairing.
Peters nuttering.
Whatever.
I know. We gotta get that Nutter Butter NIL deal.
The rest are looking at.
I just can't.
The rest are looking at the video, seeing how Peter's injured.
Hey, Tim, don't get too excited about them having that overhead scoreboard up there. Don't get
why?
Because we don't have one.
Exciting. You know what's funny? Nelson's like, "Hey, why don't we have one of those?"
Oh God!
I was like, "Where have you been?"
Because the old one was no good.
Yeah.
The people's obsession with having a center hung scoreboard, just I don't know. I don't get it. It's fine.
You should just have one. How about that?
You guys can remind me about that later. Offline. I'll tell you something about it.
Oh, you got some deets.
Just a funny joke. It wasn't. There's nothing coming. There's no plan. So like, don't think I'm not teasing that anything. Just a joke that was made.
We could
They
have
can't
one
be
if
said
we wanted
publicly.
one, and we wanted to pay for it.
You want to write a $1.2 million? Actually, with inflation now, probably like $1.5 million check. We can probably get one put up in there.
Well, and who cares? We got those two nice. I think the two
Oh yeah, they're
things
fine.
that are in there are really nice. I wish both of them had stats. That would be better.
It's weird that they have different feeds on them. No, I think about all the time, like, I never play the lottery, but I think about what I would do for Georgia State if I won the lottery. And I think instead of going big, I think I want to nickel and dime everything. Like, I'm not going to give them $50 million out of my $600 million payout. I'll be like, I want to name every locker after me. This is David Brown locker 1. This is David Brown locker 2.
Hey, David, can I get one of those lockers?
This is David Brown's Ryan locker.
Ryan's David Brown locker. 1.
Ryan Graham's locker brought to you by David Brown.
Uh-oh. Hayes might get kicked out here, guys. You watching him?
Wait, it's fine. He'll just go into the locker room, and then Jarvis will go in there. They'll switch shirts, and Jarvis will come back out. It'll be good.
I think there's a technical going on.
There's about to be another one.
Maybe.
Who's that? Who's that guy? Who's that coach?
Curly
the white guy.
Yeah, he keeps coming down to the hospitality before the game.
Yeah. I don't know how good of a coach he is, but I like his energy and I like what he has to say in those hospitality suite. Yeah, he's pretty good guy.
Speak. I mean, there is a lot of coach speak, but when you actually ask him a question, it's not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like his prepared remarks are coach speak, but then when you ask him a question, it's like he doesn't know how to stay on that script, which is nice.
Yeah, it is nice. I like him. So we can close this up pretty quick and finish everything else on last call. But I do want to make fun of Marshall a little bit because that fan base is like so like butthurt over Coach Huff leaving, and then there was apparently Coach Huff has gone to Southern Miss. He went from winning the Sun Belt Championship to becoming the coach of the last place team in the conference, and so they're butthurt about that. And then apparently Coach Huff is already rumored to be interviewing or on the list for the Wake Forest job, and they're trying to antagonize Southern Miss fans. Like, yeah, he signed his contract. He owes us $1 million if he leaves. Like, that's literally like 1 week has passed, and the worst thing that happened is we made $1 million.
Yeah, that would be great.
No,
that would be awesome for them.
It sucks you lost the guy that you thought you had, but still you got $1 million out of it, and
even better, like let them just suck over there, And
yeah, exactly.
Find another coach. There's coaches out there, right?
There's coaches out there. I do want to see Southern Miss. I would be very, very happy if Southern Miss was the predominant team in the West Division.
They could return to their old glory days. With
exactly.
Yeah, it would be good for the conference. That Marshall's also getting a lot of heat for pulling out of the Independence Bowl.
Right, that's another thing.
Apparently, they could still play it, but they'd have like a no-string quarterback because it doesn't exist.
I think they had 3 offensive linemen. So there was, that article that we saw last week was that nearly everybody entered the portal. I think it's like 35. I thought it was like 35 players or something like that. But they did say they had 3 offensive linemen that were remaining on the team, and I'm like, yeah. You don't want to start putting like your punt returners in an alignment position for a bull, especially a game against Army, But so it's like sucks for the conference. Sucks for the conference because we lose the bowl payout, and then but Marshall had to pay a fee as well. They had to pay a fine for withdrawing from the bowl game.
It looks bad for the conference overall because so far we're the only school pulling out of our bowl game. Period.
Well, but it's also that's the state of where we are. Like when you have this portal that opens up before bowl games are canceled before bowl games are played, that can happen. And
I guess they thought that. I mean, they probably thought he was staying, right? Like,
no.
If they knew he was leaving, why?
He didn't have I'm assuming they were in contract negotiations and extension was out there, but he hadn't signed it yet. So, and everyone kind of knew that he was going to Southern Miss for like a week or two, even before then. So,
yeah, but even before all this,
they're saying that the coaches that remained after Huff left were telling kids to enter the portal and turn down the bowl game. That's what Marshall fans are saying, and they said they're saying it's common knowledge this happened, and like that they're getting text messages from these coaches, and so like people are like, get me some screenshots of some text messages from these coaches telling players to turn down the bowl and enter the portal. Yeah, the Marshall that whole thing is like in disarray over there. They're
pretty much
going on.
They're in meltdown mode, right? That fan base. I mean, they're just angry at Southern Miss. They're angry at themselves. They're angry at their administration. Some of them are happy about their administration. They're complete, utter mess.
And there's like, there's nothing worse than being a diehard fan for your program, but being in a place that nobody ever wants to go to. I mean, outside of John Denver, has anybody ever wanted to be in West Virginia?
I was gonna say, I did hear they had at least one nice country road, but
I think it was plural, right? Wasn't it country roads? There was more than one of them, or was the road possessive?
I think it's. I do think it's singular. They have at least one. And if you're right, then they have at least two.
I did see a Pat McAfee clip today about they were doing like the West Virginia whatever, and I guess they finished off the song with like like eat shit Pitt or something like that, like Pittsburgh, like that's their big rival or something like that, and they finish everything off with like, I forget what it was, but like it's like eat shit Pitt or something, or Pitt sucks ass or something like that. And so I do appreciate really having your entire fan base cheering against your rival. That's fun. I enjoy that.
It is nice.
That's the positive thing I can say about Marshall, I guess.
So, I mean, before transfer portal business, and you had coaches who were leaving before bowl games, and that was never ideal. And you always sort of rolled your eyes at the people who were going to those bowl games, being like, I mean, I guess it's kind of like a little exhibition. Some people aren't playing, but like, I don't know, is it more of a problem now? I mean, I get the whole game is canceled, so maybe it's easy to say yeah. But like, is it worse now because players can leave, or should we limit everyone like via some kind of contract before the bowl game? Like, you got to finish out your season, or you're going to pay. It's going to cost you more.
Move the window first of all.
Well, that's a problem though. Is you can't move the window really because the semester starts.
It's not about school. Who cares?
See, and you know what, Tim, you're not wrong.
Remove that.
We joke. No one gives a shit. Least of all the players that are in school. So
athletic transfer.
We just missed another gimme layup, and they came back and slammed the hell out of it. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Ryan. I apologize.
Sorry. It's all right. No, that was my full thought. Tim was talking. I cut him off.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah, like just make it a athletic academic transfer rule, and you can get in the portal and change schools.
What is it?
The semester that you don't care about anyway.
They should. So the portal should extend into the drop ad date, like whatever that drop ad date was. Like, I can still come into classes. Like, I've only missed 2 or 3 of them. I can still make it in last second or whatever.
Let them do virtual learning remote in their new school to the old school to finish up the semester. How about that?
Yeah.
What if we don't even make? Let's just not make them go to class.
Or that.
I mean that'll eventually happen with everything, but we're not there yet, so you can't. Yeah. But I do think that there should be a way to limit the portal to like make it a week long or something. It's after the national championship and before school starts, if that's even
coaches too, right? Coaches too.
Well, I mean, coaches.
They can only transfer in that window.
Okay, sure. I know you have a weird obsession with the coaches.
It's not very weird to say that the coaches shouldn't have more rights than the players. That's not super weird. I know they do right now, so like it's normalized that they are able to do this stuff, but like it is kind of weird that they're all adults and this group of people were saying maybe you can only transfer in this week, and then this group of people you can transfer whenever you like.
Yeah. Well,
one's an official student athlete, the other is a paid employee. Once they're the same, they're the same. They are, but once their classification's not. So once that they are the same, then they should play by the same rules.
The coach entered into a financial obligation with terms and stipulations, and like you said, Ryan, we don't have those contracts with the players or anything stuff like that. So
and that's what really should happen. I don't think the NCAA should say like, you don't need a contract because we're the contract. We set the rules. Like you should just let the players and the schools figure out what their own situation is and come up with rules around it. And if you want to leave a week before the bowl game, like maybe there's an extra penalty for not playing in the bowl game.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Ryan. I mean, because as a regular student, you can just as soon as your semester's over, you can just transfer to whatever school you can get into or whatever. Yeah. So
you're just gonna see other teams paying the signing bonus to pay back what you.
Well, on the other side of it, I would be okay. I would like it to be fair. Was my only point. So like, if you do have a window, I do think coaches should have that window as well. We should just say like, all right, this is like when you can do it, because then you'll get a better product anyway. So like, if they just want to say, hey, across the board, transfers aren't happening before bowl games. Like
that's why I said last week. That's what I said last week, that bowl games should be paid games, or that there's a paycheck attached to it. So some guys are like, oh, I'll maybe not everybody, but you'll have guys like, well, I want to get my 10 grand, my 50 grand, my whatever grand it's going to be. I mean, the Sun Belt Bowl is probably like 350 or something like that.
Yeah,
but
let's say they probably make more money transferring to going to the transfer portal and getting out of here.
Yeah, they'll make more money.
Coaches do it because coaches usually do have a bonus for going to a bowl game and winning the bowl game, and I imagine they give that up all the time because they're going to make like $1 million more.
Yeah, they'll make more money getting their application fee refunded or covered than they would be in what a Sun Belt Bowl would pay out. So I remember like back in the long ago days. Like, so the NCAA didn't allow paid players, but they did allow for bowl games to give like gift bags and like swag, whatever. So like the Nokia Sugar Bowl, they were giving out like Nokia phones and stuff. Like that's actually something nice. But then you had all your other crappy ass bowls, like and they have like their GoDaddy.com. Like, oh, you're just getting a domain name, or like now you have
here's a 10-pack
bowl. You get some Pop-Tarts.
Did you see that the Pop-Tart bowl trophy, like as a toaster?
The trophy has a toaster in it now.
Fresh, hot, toasty Pop-Tarts when you win.
I don't think I knew there was a Pop-Tart bowl.
I think it's they actually like put the Pop-Tart mascot into a big huge fake toaster and pop him out, and then the players eat him and shit. Yeah, it's
what?
It's weird.
That is
dude. That was last year.
That is shit.
I think it's funny when they call Pop-Tarts pastries.
That's what it is, man.
Is it?
It's like some cardboard with some frosting and some.
It's more of a pastry than a sandwich, and I've heard people make that argument too.
I mean, if you took a pastry and you made the worst pastry you've ever made, and I love Pop-Tarts, you made the worst pastry you ever made in your entire life, and then you let it sit out on your counter for like 3 weeks, yeah, and Pop-Tart's a pastry. Sure, why not?
It's a jam-filled, bread, basically, with like icing on it.
Is that bread? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I mean, look, I like them too.
I love the blueberry ones, so...
Blueberry's solid.
Good.
Strawberries, don't hate strawberry. It's good.
Dude, I'm from the South, man. I'm from the South, and I liked the non-frosted Pop-Tarts, and you smother them in butter.
That's what my mom did. I never did it, but that's what my mom used to do.
And then you would nuke them to get them all because like it would just make the pastry all soft and doughy, but it would make that jam inside 5,000 degrees, and you would just like burn your mouth. But then it was that butter would just like soak into the whole thing. Yeah,
I never tried it, but my mom like all the time would have it. I like blueberry ones cold. I don't even
How do you eat? So if I'm
chocolate,
eating a cold,
you toaster them.
Yeah,
I know. If I'm eating a cold Pop-Tart, I have a specific process. I actually go and I break off all that little bready part that doesn't have any good stuff in it at all, and I eat all that. I eat that dry garbage crap first, and then there's always
good stuff.
There's always out of the 4 ends of the Pop-Tart, there's always that fourth end that actually like where the frosting sprayer drizzled or whatever.
Was all up in there.
That's the last part. That's the last of the dry stuff you eat. But when you break that one, it gets a little bit of that jam inside there. So it's kind of like it's like teasing your body, like this is what you're about to have.
I would tell people that this is last call conversation, but I want them to join us.
I used to have them like for night classes. If I didn't get to eat much during the day, I would go to the vending machine and be like, Pop-Tart dinner.
Dude, I don't know how much money I spent on Pop-Tarts and the general classroom building and those vending machines. Yes, all the time.
I like lived on in high school. It was Mountain Dew, blueberry Pop-Tarts, and Tombstone pizzas.
Amazing.
Tombstone pizzas have lasted. I had a Tombstone pizza for dinner literally tonight.
Still just as good, right?
I love Tombstone pizzas.
They're good. Yeah, they're good.
But I did the Mountain Dew and the Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. This is like a 420 fan type conversation right here. Tombstone pizzas, Pop-Tarts,
Mountain Dew.
Oh, and you know what though? But in related news to that, David, I did keep the zebra cakes occasionally as well, because the zebra cakes are pretty good.
Those, all those like little those Little Debbie and those Duncan Hines, those little things, the Hostess type stuff. They got smaller.
Yeah, well, I used to get those at like a QT or something, and I'd get the Tiger cakes. They're pretty good, like the chocolate ones, right? But I've not seen those at a grocery store. And then the ones in the grocery store, it's the 2-pack of like way less than half the size. I'm like, guys, I'm trying to get fat here. If you guys could help me out, it'd be awesome.
You're not helping the waistline at all. It's slimming down. I like the cosmic brownies.
Which one is that?
Like, it's not a brownie.
The colorful sprinkles on just like a real shit brownie. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, and they just like they kind of like just hard press a line in the middle of it as if it's supposed to be 2 brownies, but it's like the same thing. They just like pressed into the middle of it. Like, oh no,
like, what is this? So I can share it?
You can break it. Like that's happening.
This tiny little thing.
I have those the Christmas trees that they bring out. Those are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I was like, little crunch to it.
They found a way to like flavor wax just enough that you can actually palate them. But it does cover a very, very soft and moist little cake inside of there. It's not bad. I don't eat any of this stuff anymore. I don't eat any of this anymore. I just consume alcohol.
That's mostly what I did too.
Yeah, you just shifted the taste buds somewhere else.
We're down by 28 right now, with 3 minutes to go in the game. 252. We can't make Ryan's free throws. So
they're not my free throws. I couldn't make any of them. So, but I haven't practiced a day in my life. They practice every day of their lives.
We're done. And
you didn't 32. Yeah, I can't.
I was like, ooh, I feel better.
Yeah, and Ryan, you didn't go to college on a scholarship. You didn't get your college paid for so you could shoot free throws either. So,
oh man, I only had like 2 semesters paid for anyway, and then I just sucked at school, so they took that money from me.
I was really good when I went to Kennesaw State. I got straight A's and shit.
Yeah. Well, then you found Magic City downtown, huh?
Well, no, Southern Tech, because you guys give me crap about it calling it Kennesaw State, so I just wanted to go ahead and preemptively call it Kennesaw State. When I went to Southern Tech, I did good up until I didn't, and then I was like, let's go to State.
You mean when you went to Kennesaw?
When I went to Kennesaw.
You're like, I gotta get out of Kennesaw State. It sucks.
This place in 30 years will turn into Kennesaw State, and I do not want to be part of this at all.
That seems like a bad idea for me. They did like video games and like electrical engineers, right? Like Southern Poly. That was like what
it was so. So Southern Tech always tried to model themselves as the little the step kid to
Little
Georgia Tech.
Mm.
So whereas Georgia Tech was more, I mean, I'm using the term wrong, but like was more of like the theory based science and math, like the physics, like the
Yeah.
I don't know, the questioning, the reasoning behind it. Whereas Southern Tech was your practical,
What do you do with this
Tech was
shit?
more research.
your applied sciences type
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Your doers, not your thinkers type thing.
Right.
That's a good way to look at it. Southern Tech kind of modeled themselves to be the doers, whereas Tech were the thinkers.
Hmm.
Oh, apparently my feed died.
What
Is the game over?
happened?
It's probably time.
Yeah.
I don't think
Well,
so. Is it?
We have been last calling it for a while now.
Oh shit! We need to move on. Yeah.
well, I can't figure out how to move the screen. There we go.
It's all right.
Here we go. Do this and do that. Boom.
Ooh, we're back.
We are back just in time to leave, right?
Yeah. Can I take
Sounds
away?
about right. We've been on but yeah, take us out, Tim.
We're like an hour
Shit,
in.
over
Amazing.
an hour. My God.
Anyway, thanks everyone for listening. We're gonna head over, take a break, go to Best Call, get some beverages, maybe use the bathroom, but probably not. If you like what you heard, or if you didn't, join our Patreon at patreon.com/State Atlanta. You'll get live streaming access to Last Call, discounts on merch, group chat action, breaking news, groundbreaking ceremony information, and adult beverages at basketball tailgates and football tailgates next fall. $5 a month is all it takes to feed us. That's it. Become a fan of the show. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.